What's up, guys? How you doing? Today what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be talking about two things, and I'm gonna split up the videos in regards to what I'm gonna be talking about. One of them is gonna be VA benefit reductions, and the other one is gonna be static disability. Um, but before I continue, do me the favor, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification button, the little bell next to the subscribe, like or dislike and comment the video. All right. Let's continue. Um, Today, right now with this video I'm going to be talking about is static disability. The way static disability works is that it's not something that you can apply for or write a letter and send it into the VA, the way permanent total will work, like the video that I stated before. Um, the way this works is the doctor is the one that initiates this, and the doctor will make your disability static, meaning that it is a chronic illness, and based on what the doctor writes, it will make it static. So how these are a few things that I have learned on what makes things static, and it works. It's not one thing works, it's several things that could work, and is based on the doctor at the same time themselves. I have a veteran, a staff sergeant that I know, that whenever he goes into appointments, it fucks him up, it creates anxiety. He gets a panic attack. Um, and it's just one of those that he doesn't do much, going into appointments or keeping up to date, um, because it affects him. So um, it's one of those that his doctor decided, to make his rating static, and it works out for him. It's just based on his conditions, based on his illness. And it's something that I don't wish to share now. It's just, it's up to him. If just say down the road he decides to make an interview and be able to share that experience with you guys. So we'll see. We'll work on that. The other one that does work as well is going to all your appointments. So let's say you show up to go see your provider, and the provider asks you, "How are you doing today?" You don't respond with a good. You respond with letting them know that my back hurts. It's still hurting from the last time that I saw you. Let's say you have a strain, you let them know my back strain still hurts. And if you have radiculopathy going down your legs or anything like that, yes, my back strain still hurts, and radiculopathy goes down my right leg, and it's something that I live with on a day-to-day basis. And they'll ask you, what's the pain? You let them know what the pain is from 1 through 10. And it's just an example of what would you would say, instead of saying good, because at the end of the day, you're not good. You showing up to the appointment and you still have this service connection that it still hurts. No matter how much you get paid, doesn't mean that it's going to stop the pain. No matter how much of rating that you have or service connection, how if you're 100%, it doesn't stop the pain. You're still in pain. So let them know that you're in pain. And if you go to all your appointments, you continue being consistent in regards to your appointments. Keep on letting them know, look, I have to see you next month. Continue with your medications or anything like that. At the end of the day, you discuss it with your doctor and you let them know, look, doctor, so what it is that you can do for me, because at the end of the day, um, uh, I can't continue coming here, if there's nothing for me, or you let them know, it's like, yo, can you make my rating static, or you just let them know, yo, can you just put in notes that this is chronic, this is something um, that won't ever change, because that's what needs to happen at this point. If you're continuing going to your appointments, you're continuing getting getting seen for the same thing and nothing changes, or it's getting worse, then you talk to the doctor and let them know, look, this is what's going on, and these are things that I go through, based on my conditions. One of my conditions is getting worse and worse and worse, and I go in and let them know. I have multiple examinations on a monthly basis, and they're monitoring this. So I go in and let them know this is what's going on. But through other veterans that I do know, um, by them going to their appointments consistently, they have been able to get their service connection static. And only the doctor could do this. The doctor would be able to help you out with this from the experiences that I've encountered. This is not something that you apply for. This is not something that you will see on e-benefits, or a letter won't help you get that. When you send it over to your regional office for the VA. So again, this is what static does, and what static will do is protect your VA rating, meaning that it won't go up, but it won't go down. So you remain at that percentage. Now with static, you don't have to be 100% to be in order to get your service connection static. This is just a little more add on to your ratings. So if you're 90%, you're 60%, you can make them static. Now there's a downside to static. It means that once, let's say, you get a 30% for service connection that can reach 100%, that means that 30% won't go up. So you're stuck with that 30%. It can be reviewed down the road if you wish for it to be reviewed, but it's up to the doctor, and it's what the doctor will say. So you can request whatever you want, but it's what the doctor says. So based on your symptoms, if it is getting worse, then it is up to the doctor on what he will do. So again, they might review static if, let's say, you are at a condition that's already. So this is what I mean by that. IBS, the maximum you can get for IBS is 30%. So let's say I go in, I continue my appointments, which I do. I continue explaining that, my stomach has not gotten any better or anything like that. The doctor will do is make it static. I can't go any higher than 30%. So there's no reason for me not to go static, so if the doctor puts static on my IBS 100%, my 30%, then that's protected. It can no longer go any further down than what it is. It's just 30%. So it doesn't go any higher than that. So it's protected. But let's say you have PTSD, and you are at 50%, your rating, let's say you do get worse down the road, your rating can go higher. So if your doctor was to put you static at that point, which would make no sense, so the doctor would evaluate that. It might not give you static for PTSD based on your conditions, because they might think that it might get worse. They won't make it static, so up to that point, it might, you might have to go permanent and total. That's just based on my advice. So you do with what you will on that advice. But let's say you are 100% for PTSD. Is there any room for improvement? You are worse than what you are. Everything that you have tried, if you have tried trying to improve and nothing has gotten better, so you've done programs with the your psychologist or therapist, and nothing has worked, then there are chances that that rating can be static and it will be protected. So if that rating is 100% for PTSD, and you're giving the chronic illness and they give you static on that, then it is protected, protected 100%. It can no longer go down. Anything else that you're ready for can be reevaluated, but if that 100% will protect you at one. That PTSD 100% will protect you at your 100%, and you have the chances for applying permanent total. Will they give you permanent total? No, you will still have to apply for that, and the only way to get that is that if in the notes it says chronic by your provider, or if you write to the VA stating, well, your provider will have to write a letter stating that your illness is chronic, and that it will no longer get better, and that you wish, or they wish, for it to be, well, you wish for it to be permanent total. So you write a letter, they write a letter, and you get that sent in to the regional office and get that taken care of. So those are those are the things in regards to static. That's what static is, an extra additive to your rating. So again, you can apply for it. Does it help? Yes, it does help. Is there a con to it? Yes, there is a con to it. But static is only applied, again, based on the doctor's, the provider's decision, and if they see you're already at your max anyway for your rating, then you are more likely to get that static condition towards your service connection. So look into it. It's one of those that it doesn't hurt having a conversation with your doctor. You're there already explaining everything that's going on. So don't be afraid to talk up. This is one of the things that I talk to a lot of veterans about, and it seems like they're afraid to talk to their provider. So don't be afraid to talk to your provider. A lot of these things that I've encountered, why I'm at 100%, why I am pursuing permanent total, is because these are conversations that I have with my provider. I see them on the daily basis. They know me by face, know me by name. So these are things that we talk about. You have to remain friendly with them. Don't get pissed off at them. They are the ones that taking care of you at the end of the day. So if you want static, mention it to them. It doesn't hurt to talk about it. But yes, these are things that I tend to talk about. So please do me the favor, subscribe to the channel. Hit like or dislike if you want, comment on the video, and if you have any questions or would like to discuss this even further, hit me up in the comments, and we'll continue talking. All right, take care and have a good day. All right, bye bye.